President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has officially signed a brand new Electoral Act into law, and this decision is already shaping the conversation ahead of the 2027 general elections. What this means in simple terms is that Nigeria now has an updated rulebook for how elections will be conducted. The previous Electoral Act of 2022 has been repealed and re-enacted with fresh adjustments designed to guide the next election cycle. This move did not happen quietly. It followed months of debate at the National Assembly, discussions about electronic transmission of results, concerns about election timelines, and calls from different groups asking for clearer rules before 2027. By signing this bill now, the president has ensured that the country is not heading into another election season with uncertainty around procedures. One of the most talked about changes involves the timeline for announcing general elections. The earlier law required a longer notice period. The new law shortens that window. Supporters say this helps with better planning and avoids clashes with important national and religious periods. Critics say every adjustment must be watched closely to make sure it does not affect fairness. But the key point is this: the election calendar will now run on a slightly different schedule compared to 2023. Another major issue that sparked serious conversation is electronic transmission of election results. Many Nigerians remember the debate during the last election cycle. The new law allows electronic transmission, but it also keeps room for manual backup in case technology fails. Lawmakers argue that Nigeria must balance innovation with reliability. Some citizens believe this creates flexibility, others believe it should be fully digital without alternatives. Whichever side you stand on, the reality is that the legal framework now clearly recognizes both methods. Let's slow down for a moment and think about what this means for ordinary Nigerians. If you are a young voter preparing to participate for the first time in 2027, this law will determine how your vote is processed. If you are a political party member, this law shapes how candidates emerge and how results are announced. If you simply care about democracy, this law influences the level of trust people have in the system. This is also a strategic political moment. By signing the bill well ahead of 2027, the administration is sending a message that preparations are starting early. Elections are not events that begin a few months before voting day. They are long processes involving planning, technology testing, voter education, and coordination with security agencies. An early legal framework gives institutions like INEC time to prepare properly. At the same time, Nigerians are asking important questions. Will this new act strengthen transparency? Will it reduce tension during elections? Will it improve confidence in the final results? These are valid questions. Laws alone do not create trust, implementation does. The true test will come during the next general elections when Nigerians see how these provisions work in real time. Beyond the technical details, there is a bigger picture here. Nigeria's democracy is still evolving. Each election cycle teaches new lessons. After 2015, there were reforms. After 2019, there were more discussions. After 2023, there were strong calls for clarity in electronic result transmission and procedural certainty. This 2026 reenactment is part of that ongoing journey. It reflects an attempt to adjust, refine, and respond to past experiences. Now, here is where you come in. Democracy is not only about politicians and lawmakers, it is about citizens staying informed and participating responsibly. Do you believe this updated Electoral Act will improve the 2027 elections? Do you believe the balance between electronic and manual transmission is the right approach? Or do you believe more reforms are still needed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because your opinion truly matters. And please take a second right now to like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you like and subscribe, you help more people see balanced political updates like this. It supports the growth of informed conversations. Another interesting angle to consider is how political parties will adapt to these changes. New timelines mean campaign strategies may shift, internal primaries may adjust, logistics planning could change. Political analysts are already studying how this law could affect candidate selection and voter mobilization. So even though the election is still ahead, political activity behind the scenes is already moving. There is also the issue of public perception. Some Nigerians see this signing as a proactive step, others remain cautious and want to see how it plays out. Both reactions are understandable. Health Healthy democracies thrive on discussion. What matters most is that the rules are clear before the race begins. Clarity reduces disputes and strengthens confidence. As we move closer to 2027, you can expect more conversations around voter registration, party primaries, campaign regulations, and technology upgrades. This new Electoral Act sets the stage for all of that. It is the foundation upon which the next general election will stand. Again, do not forget to like this video and subscribe so you never miss important national updates. Share this with someone who cares about Nigeria's future. The more we understand the system, the stronger our democracy becomes.
Now let us look at how this new Electoral Act could shape the 2027 presidential race and the strategies of major political parties. With the updated law in place, every serious contender will begin planning earlier than usual. Campaign structures are not built overnight. They require funding, grassroots coordination, media planning, legal teams, and data analysis. Because the legal framework is now settled ahead of time, parties can prepare with clearer expectations. That alone changes the political atmosphere. For the ruling party, this development provides a structured path toward 2027. It removes uncertainty about the rules of engagement. When the rule book is clear, the focus shifts from debating procedures to building voter support. Opposition parties, on the other hand, will closely examine every detail of the law to identify opportunities and challenges. They will adjust their campaign style, messaging, and mobilization strategy to align with the new timelines and transmission provisions. Electronic transmission with manual backup remains one of the most sensitive issues. Political actors will invest heavily in training their agents. Why? Because understanding how results move from polling units to collation centers will be crucial. Parties that prepare their representatives properly may feel more confident in protecting their votes. This could reduce post-election disputes if stakeholders believe the process was monitored effectively. Another angle to consider is voter confidence. The 2027 election will likely attract a large number of young voters. Many of them are digital natives. They follow political discussions online. They expect transparency. They ask questions. This generation will watch closely to see if the updated law delivers smoother procedures. If they see improvements, turnout may increase. If doubts remain, engagement could be affected. So beyond politics, this is also about public trust. Let us also think about independent candidates and smaller parties. Clearer timelines give them more room to organize. In past elections, some smaller parties complained about logistical pressure. A defined structure allows better preparation. Whether they can compete strongly is another matter, but at least the framework is known early. Security planning will also improve with early legal clarity. Election security involves coordination between agencies, training of personnel, and risk assessment in different states. When the electoral calendar is predictable, security agencies can prepare more effectively. That matters because peaceful elections strengthen investor confidence and national stability. Another key factor is voter education. Civil society organizations and media platforms now have enough time to educate citizens on what has changed, explaining how results are transmitted, how complaints are handled, and what voters should expect on election day will reduce confusion. When people understand the process, tension decreases. Now, let us be honest, no law is perfect. The success of this act will depend on implementation. Technology must work, officials must follow procedures, political actors must respect the rules, citizens must participate peacefully. The law provides the structure, but human behavior determines the outcome. This moment is also a reminder that democracy is continuous. It is not only about voting day. It is about preparation, dialogue, improvement, and accountability. Every election cycle presents lessons. This reenacted Electoral Act shows that adjustments are part of the journey. As we look toward 2027, discussions will grow louder, alliances may form, new political figures may emerge, campaign narratives will develop, but everything will operate within this updated legal framework. That makes this signing more than just a headline. It is a foundation for the next major political chapter in Nigeria. So now, I want to hear directly from you. Do you believe this new Electoral Act will create a smoother 2027 election? Do you think it will reduce tension, or do you believe further reforms are still necessary? Share your opinion in the comments. Your voice adds value to this discussion. And please, before you leave, like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you like and subscribe, you help this platform grow and bring more balanced national updates to more people. It takes just a second and it makes a big difference.